modern agricultural system is built on a fundamental misunderstanding of energy. In a natural forest, energy is captured, stored, and recycled. In a traditional farm, energy is imported in the form of fossil fuels and exported in the form of crops, leaving the soil bankrupt. You are told to buy nitrogen because you have killed the bacteria that fix it. You are told to irrigate because you have destroyed the soil's ability to hold water. This is a manufactured dependency. Permaculture breaks this cycle by replacing energy-intensive machinery with information-intensive design. To build a self-sustaining system, you must follow the logic of the earth. We begin with the first module of the Mollison system, observation. You must spend a full year watching your land before you move a single stone. You identify where the frost lingers, where the water pools during a storm, and where the summer sun hits the hardest. In permaculture, the problem is always the solution. If you have a drainage issue, you don't need a pipe. You need a water-loving plant or a storage pond. If you have a pest problem, you don't need a poison. You need to create a habitat for the predator. The second module is the system of zones. This is the geometry of efficiency. Zone 0 is your house. Zone 1 is the area you visit every day, the kitchen garden and the herb spiral. It sits right outside your door. Zone 2 contains the orchard and the poultry. Zone 3 is for broad-scale grain or pasture. Zone 4 is for woodlots and foraging. Zone 5 is the wild forest where you do nothing but observe. Most traditional farmers fail because they put their most demanding crops in Zone 3, forcing them to walk miles every day to perform basic maintenance. In a Mollison design, the frequency of human presence dictates the location of the plant. The third module is hydrology. Water is the blood of the landscape. Most growers allow rain to run off their property as quickly as possible, taking topsoil with it. We do the opposite. We use swales. A swale is a level-bottomed ditch dug on the contour of the land. It is not a drain. It is a horizontal lung. When it rains, the water enters the swale and stops. It cannot run downhill. Instead, it slowly soaks into the ground, recharging the water table and creating a plume of moisture that can sustain trees for months of drought. Behind every swale, we plant a food forest, a multi-layered system of edible plants that mimics the structure of a natural woodland. The fourth module is the soil food web. Beneath your feet is a network of mycorrhizal fungi. These are microscopic threads that connect the roots of different plants. They act as a biological internet, trading phosphorus and water for the sugars produced by the plants. When you plow the soil, you shatter this network. You kill the soil's nervous system. Permaculture teaches no-dig methods. We use sheet mulching. We layer cardboard to kill weeds, then top it with compost and straw. The earthworms do the plowing for us. They aerate the soil while leaving the fungal networks intact. This creates a soil structure that is spongy and rich in carbon, capable of producing high yields without a single bag of synthetic fertilizer.